Burke and Lawrence, two in-form ruckmen, face each other on opposite sides of the centre circle. Second semi underway. Burke wins, Lawrence up too early. Pritchard for Hawthorn, the first decisive kick. Hudson on Stephen Hocking as he was earlier in the season in round 12. Hughes a hand pass, blocked by Morrissey. Here's Jamie Morrissey on the left boot, up towards the 50-metre line. Jarman, good mark in front, too far out to score. Jarman, short passes to the pocket. Allen overran the ball. He's got a chance though, Ben Allen. Ducks the tackle of Rogers. Dunstall left free. Centering kick. He tried to centre, out of bounds on the foot.
Good pressure put on by the Cats in defence. Kenny Hinkley lining up at halfback, was selected at half forward. Stoneham will line up also in his normal halfback position at centre halfback. Trevor Spencer at centre half forward. Hinkley has had a magnificent season. Lawrence versus Burke. Is that a mark to Burke? Umpire calls play on. Allen receives from John Platten to the pocket, and the dangerous Jarman has marked.
Lamb's been loose on 2 occasions, Peter, allowing Jarman to mark.
Darren Jarman close to the boundary line. This would lift Hawthorn, as we have a great camera shot behind Darren Jarman, the South Australian star, widely regarded as the best player in South Australia last year. Now, let's have a look. He runs out to the right, stabs at goal, puts it across the face and hit the behind post. So it'll be out of bounds on the full. Penalty kick again to be taken down there by Kenny Hinkley. And no, in fact, he's not taking it. It is going down there to Stoneham.
Barry Stoneham kicks in for the Cats towards half-back flank, close to the boundary line. Neither ruckman touched it. On the run is Couch. Couch's little left footer up towards centre wing, and a fine mark taken by Spencer, a man whose career has been revived by Malcolm Blight at his 3rd league club. Not a great kick by Spencer. Simpson, number 37, in there with Gowers. Gowers wins to Tuck, the veteran. Tuck's kick to half forward. Deere has been superb as a half forward in the absence of Brereton. Played really well in Perth last week. Allen to Dunstall. Bouncing ball 40 metres from goal. Dunstall now 50 out. Shrugs the tackle. Has a chance to shoot for goal. Won't make the distance. And the mark is taken. Hall.
Allen's also causing a little bit of problem for the Geelong side. He's been picked up by Buse. Buse let him go on that occasion. Allen got onto the ball earlier, and hence the ball has finished up with Tony Hall through his good work.
Tony Hall for the first score of the game. Looks good. A goal.
Well, Tony Hall couldn't take his place last week against the Eagles in Perth. Had an injury, and here's the play leading up with Dunstall getting involved. But Allen was involved earlier, and his place last week, Hall taking the mark, was by Anderson, and he is an extremely good player, Tony Hall, a very dedicated player.
Great start to the Hawks. Lawrence versus Burke. The bounce favours Lawrence. He grabs it out of the ruck, Jewel. Oh, look at the skill of... He's lost it. It was good play, though. Umpire calling play on. You see Bairstow from the centre of the ground. Kicks long. A bad bounce for Jenke. Punched away. Jenke back towards Mew. Mew should head for the line here. Jenke was grabbed when he didn't have it. And it'll be a free kick to Ray Jenke at half back.
Hawthorn are leading in the race for the ball.
A free kick against Gary Hocking, who's given away more frees this season than any other player in the AFL. Jenke from halfback towards centre wing. Burke. Gowers came from the front and took the mark. What a mark by Andrew Gowers, who's had just a handful of games, playing his 6th game for the season. To centre half forward. Hall is there, and Hudson. Hudson about 70 metres out, too far out to score. Dunstall trying to offer him a lead. Great lead by Dunstall. Pass didn't quite carry. Poole was back there. Pritchard. Whistle's gone. Free kick to Poole. Or Stoneham. It's going to come back to Barry Stoneham. And the Cats out of defence. Hawthorn lead 1-0 to nothing.
Centre wing. Couch cleverly taps it on. This is Mark Neal. Neal to the half-forward line. Brownless at the back. But Jenke read that well. But it was a push-out. Advantage paid. Stephen Lawrence goes inside. Anthony Condon on the left foot. Now he kicks on the right to the pocket. Jarman. Oh, great skill, Jarman. Great skill. And he is a big handful at the moment, Don.
Well, that's 3 times he's come down there and Jarman's been involved.
The short one is on. Anthony Condon, an open goal. Fires in a goal and has missed a bad miss. Should have kicked that goal from there.
Well, Condon's got the job on Couch. He runs well with Couch, but Couch has also got to do the defensive things and pick up, just as Lamb has got to start and tighten up on Jarman.
Jarman in the previous meeting started in the centre on Couch, but he's been a winning move so far at half forward. Kick in by Rogers. Stoneham in front. Fine mark. Played at both ends of the ground this season, Barry Stoneham. Really a forward turn defender. Back to centre half back. Stephen Hocking couldn't take this. Platten takes it away from him. A lucky kick. Allen played every game this season, the ex-West Australian. What a beautiful pass to Hall on the 50. Tony Hall short pass, Dunstall. Oh, he should have gobbled it. Back to Hall. Off to Hudson. Hudson can't break the tackle. Back to Hall for the 3rd time. And he's hit the post.
Luck not going Hawthorn's way. They really are making the ball their objective. Hence it's showing in general play. They are controlling general play at the moment.
They certainly are, Don. They're first to the ball, but those 2 misses are really unforgivable. They should have kicked them from there. This is Andrew Rogers looking for an option. He'll probably, well, he's got a couple of options. He elects to go straight down the middle. Burke and that is Gowers in front of goal. The dangerous Hudson sprints away and he's missed again. 3 shocking misses. He had 2 options a moment ago, Stoneham, and he also had Burke. There's the Hawthorn bench, but they've had plenty of the play. There's young Matthew Robin. He'll be nervous. His first final, as Rogers brings it back into play again.
Cats haven't scored yet, haven't looked like scoring. Gowers doing the spoil on Burke. Trouble for Land. Burke paddles out. Couch taken off the ball. He'll take the free advantage. Lamb's kick smothered by Jarman, who's tormented him so far. Bairstow. Beautiful kick to Simpson.
It's a relayed free.
Would have been a relayed free, but Simpson took the mark anyway on centre wing. Simpson to half forward. Bruns, a veteran. Airs over the top. Didn't get first touch. Play on. Off to Jenke. Hawthorn thrashing Geelong at the moment. Condon. Anthony Condon. Up towards full forward. Dunstall. Bouncing ball. He's taken it outside 50. Platten to help. Dunstall breaks away from Rogers. His left footer is offline. It comes back. It's still in the field of play, and now rushed through by Hinkley. Well, the Cats under tremendous pressure, and Hawthorn should be a mile in front, but they've kicked just 1 goal for.
And we must say that certainly in the reserves game, the scoring end was to the right of screen that Geelong is kicking to. So Geelong will really have to get a move on.
The physiotherapist has gone out to Chris Mew.
Oh, I wonder if that's that hamstring. Luckily, they got Matthew Robin on the bench, who can play at centre half back. Here's Barry Stoneham. Stoneham to centre wing. Chris Mew at the back. Fist it down to Allen, a much improved player. Ben Allen back to Chris Mew. Mew to the half forward line. Jarman looking around. Oh, good mark. A brilliant mark by Hudson. Hawthorn on fire. This is a magnificent start. Now he's looking for the short one. Now he'll kick from half forward. Brings it in towards goal. Was it touched? It was. Right on the line, but Hawthorn are in magnificent form at the moment. 1-5. Look at that. 6 shots to none.
That's his second point, Paul Hudson. He kicked the first goal last week in the 55-second mark of the game. He started it really well for Hawthorn against the Eagles.
Burke leading in the centre square. Kick takes that direction. Burke from behind can't drag down the mark. Bairstow feeds off the hand pass beautifully to Couch. How well they've combined all year. Couch to half forward. It bounces through Tuck. Geelong haven't been this far forward for the game yet. Denham bumped out of it by Jenke. Jenke did well to stand his ground. Off to Tuck. Away to Collins. Andrew Collins to half forward. Hudson and Stephen Hocking. Hocking front position. Hudson gets him.
Well tackled.
Stoneham gathers. Hawks the hand pass. Got rid of Gowers. Kicked by Stoneham. Oh, Jenke. Too much height for Hocking. Back to Tuck. Hawthorn looking fantastic. Condon. Takes the mark before Bruns got there to spoil. Good to see Neville Bruns back, though. The veteran has played more finals than any other cat back late in the season. Platten after it with Buse. Well played by John Platten. Buse with upper body strength gets rid of him and helped over the boundary line by Hinkley.
Ball at half forward for the Hawks, Don, but gee, they've gone in very hard early.
I'm just looking. It looks as if Buse is now on the ball, and Allen's being picked up by Nell.
Paul Deere. Now, did he push Burke in the back? The umpire said he did. Burke with the advantage in height there in that ruck duel. He's got that left knee heavily strapped. They would not want to let Hawthorn get a 4 or 5 goal break. That would be crucial in this game. The ball at half forward. Pritchard ran past it. There's little Platten dragged off it when he didn't have it. It'll be a free kick to Platten as usual, burrowing into the packs. And again, the Hawks are going to go forward. The short one is on. There it is. Lawrence has marked 60 metres from goal, and they are kicking into the slight breeze, Hawthorn. Lawrence in towards the pocket. Some pushing and shoving, and a good mark taken by Poole.
Trevor Poole, ex-Richmond, best and fairest. His kick only to half-back. Burke takes the mark. A hand pass out to Bairstow, who kicked 6 goals last time against the Hawks. That wasn't a great kick. Went over Spencer. Langford well up the ground. He'd followed Brownless. Gowers has been prominent. Into Tuck, the veteran. 38 years of age, Michael Tuck. To Dunstall. Ball stays in. Ball's there. Was it off Stone out of bounds? No, it'll be a throw in just inside the 50. Well, Hawthorn a couple of times this year have looked gone. That some of their defeats have been thumpings, really. But they've lost only 1 game at VFL Park, which is virtually their home ground. That was to Footscray. Gary Hocking on the chest of Simpson. Simpson breaks from half-back. Long to centre half forward. Brownless hasn't seen it yet. He's double teamed this time. Down to the front to Bruns. Wide open for Neville Bruns. 2 against 2 on the forward line. Bruns might do it himself. And against the trend of play, kicks a goal.
How often does that happen? And I suppose there's really no justice in football, is there? That one team works hard as Hawthorn have worked. They've had 6 shoring Scots for goal. Geelong go into their forward line once and score. And here it is, Neville Bruns, a solo effort. Geelong's first, only 5 points behind.
After that goal by Neville Bruns, Hawthorn now only lead by 5 points. Back to the centre. Lawrence to Condon was good play. They're off and running. This is Ray Jenke. Jenke to the pocket. Dunstall the lead. Waits at the back. Well done, Andrew Rogers. It's kicked off the ground towards the half-back line. Good play by Darcy. And in fact, it was Andrew Rogers. And it's tapped to the line. Great play by the fullback. But one would think 12 months ago that Dunstall would have got to that pass for sure.
We've got Brownless now at centre half forward and Spencer at full forward for Geelong.
Gary Hocking with his strength breaks the pack. Up towards centre half forward. Brownless got underneath it. Bruns again. Brownless pops the hand pass high. That's good football. Comes to Darcy.
Oh, now what was that for? Obviously a bit high. It was a bit high against Brownless.
It's a report, Don.
What? Oh.
Well, Billy Brownless goes in the book. Ablett went in the... Well, he didn't go in the book. He was reported on trial by video last week. So if they lose Ablett and Brownless in successive weeks, what would that do to Geelong's chances of winning the flag?
Gary Ayres having plenty to say to Billy Brownless because Geelong were off and running towards goal.
And I might say that everybody who's fronted the tribunal this week has gone. 4 up, 4 suspended. Gary Hocking to centre half forward. Brownless again. Spencer down the ground. Bairstow roves the pack. Hand pass out to Denham. Well done by Collins, who met them head on. Here's Morrissey.
It was magnificent play by Collins. Morrissey.
Hawthorn had 5 players around that ball as they cleared it out of the back line to Gowers.
Well, Gowers has found Anthony Condon. Gowers doing well on that wing. He's 6'3". Now, is that over the mark? Condon thought it was. Anthony Condon to the half-forward line. Some pushing and shoving. Over the back is Platten. Will it sit for him? It won't. Now he's got it, the little rover. Back to Hudson. Hudson the quick kick. Dunstall versus Rogers. Rogers too good in that contest. A good mark, and he's doing well at full back.
Kick by Rogers, looking for Burke. Gowes has been the one who's come from behind to spoil Burke a couple of times.
I just wonder how fit Jason Dunstall is, because when Rogers kicked that ball, he was on the mark and he looked back. Now he's jogging in a very proppy fashion and he just skipped in. So I just have got my doubts about his fitness.
Yes, well, he was goalless last week to three-quarter time. Managed 4 in the last quarter, Dunstall. Lawrence goes off the ground this time. Stephen Hocking back there to frustrate Platten. The ball out. Incredible. Hawthorn 1-5, Geelong 1 straight goal. Just 5 points the difference, and the Hawks have dominated.
Half-forward line, the 50-metre line. In fact, over the back is Jenke. Oh, he broke the tackle well. Inside to Allen. Allen goes to Hall. Hall, an open goal. Sprints in the goal, and Tony Hall slams through his second. The Hawks on fire. 2-5 plays 1 goal.
Well, Jenke getting involved as well on the ball over the back. But this is a fellow here, Allen. Boy, they'll have to tighten up on him.
Tony Hall. Great to see him back. Both the Hawks goals have come from Tony Hall. 2-5 to 1 straight goal. Punched out by Burke. Bairstow overruns. Gary Hocking doesn't. His kick to half forward is a beauty. I'm not sure that he meant it, but Darcy takes the mark. Spencer at full forward on Langford. He offers a lead. Darcy goes for a bit of distance. Spencer doubles back. Punch by Langford. Oh, he's a good player. So much experience, Chris Langford.
Don, would you have moved Brownless so early in the game out to centre half forward?
I think that's a good move. They needed something just up there. They get a little bit more mobility.
Forward pocket. Langford to do the ruck work against Spencer. Spencer takes front position, taps it down. Morrissey should race this through. He does.
They've got 3 options there, Peter. They've got Spencer, Brownless and also Stoneham. They can interchange those 3 players on that goal-to-goal line, whether it be at centre-half back, centre-half forward or full forward. Half-back flanker for Carlton, former Fitzroy coach Rod Austin.
And played full-back in many games. And in fact, I think he kept the great Peter Hudson goalless on one occasion.
Peak possessions, Hawthorn 62 to 33.
Yes, they really are dominating. There's a great monkey. He's a terrific finals player. 2 Norm Smith medals for best on the ground in a grand final, Gary Ayres. Here's Hall. They're getting thrashed across half forward, Geelong. Tony Hall, very strong overhead. A vital few minutes of football coming up. They'll have to stem the tide. Here's Hudson, was held. Oh, he got away with it, Geelong player. He was grabbed, Hudson, off the ball now. Hocking to the half-forward line. Billy Brownless. Off he goes. Oh, bad play by Chris Muir to let him go. Spencer and Langford. Over the back as Collins gets a shocking bounce. A chance for Geelong. Denham was in after it. Back it comes to Hocking. Jenke's after him. Great play, Gary Hocking. Hooks a goal. Goal. Geelong have kicked their second. They trail by 4 points.
Well, it all seems to be through solo efforts. They really do work hard to get it down there. Look at this. Maybe a trip there. Darcy and Hocking. This is a good goal. Look at this. A great goal because he is a right foot kick normally, and he turned onto his left and showed the strength and speed to wake away from Jenke.
Just over 10 minutes remaining to quarter time, and just 4 points the difference. Allen out of the middle. Deer underneath it. Hinkley takes the mark. Ken Hinkley's had a brilliant season. A couple of times he's been shifted from defence up forward. Once for Victoria in a state game against Tasmania. And he went up there again last week in Perth. Rather at VFL Park. Burke takes the mark. He comes out wide to Couch. Couch high ball to half forward. Brownless the only chance. And out marks Mew. Well, Geelong coming back into things a little bit. It's taken a long time, Billy Brownless. Tried to kick the cover off that. Dropped in well short. Langford mark.
Had he have got onto that torpedo, or would have kept on going?
Jamie Morrissey in the back pocket. He's chipping it short. They've got the loose man. This is the value of Lawrence, a very mobile big man. He's going wide. There are loose men everywhere. Mew. Chris Mew from centre wing. Kicks it up to the forward pocket. Here's Paul Deere. He'll swing onto the left foot. He'll probably go the long bomb in towards Dunstall. Hudson waits at the back. Can he control it? He hooks it, Hudson. Oh, good attempt, but he's missed to the right.
They're not really tight, are they, Peter, the Geelong defenders? They've only got a few that are really tight, like Hocking and Rogers. The rest of them are very, very attacking.
Well, it's 8 shots to 3. But, oh, it's a bad pass. It might let Hawthorn in here. No, they've got Burke there to give it across to Neil, and away go Geelong out to Couch.
Couch getting away from Allen. Ducks the high tackle. Looks for the hand pass. It's a good one to Poole. He's got plenty of time, Trevor Poole. Inside centre half forward. Spencer. New from behind. Denham the rover with Collins. Spencer in after it again. Collins comes up with it. Away to tuck the veteran. Short pass is good. Pritchard marks centre of the ground. Pritchard to Hudson. Over his head it goes. Geelong had plenty of men in the hole behind. Hinkley.
And Hall's down hurt. Hall has not moved.
Kick by Hinkley on the bounce to Denham. Great tackle by Collins. Holding the ball was Denham.
Tony Hall is hurt.
That was in the Shepherd.
Well, he instigated the Shepherd.
So while Hall has attended, he's kicked both of Hawthorn's goals. Tony Hall. Here's Platten at centre wing. Up towards half forward. Gowers has been a good player. For a boy who's missed a lot of football over 4 seasons through injury. In the direction of Hall, who's on the ground. Oh, Jarman did it perfectly and then missed.
And the play was going on. That was dangerous. The play going on around Tony Hall. That could have been a dreadful collision then.
Here it is. Here it is.
Ooh. Oh, boy. Well, have a look at that. Well, let's... it could be a video job, of course, but we'll leave that up to the powers to be.
Now he's coming off too, Peter. He's coming off.
Well, I think he'd have a bit of concussion after that decent whack. Here's Michael Tuck. Gets his boot to it. Is that a free kick? No. Players racing after it. Couch. A quick kick. Pritchard. Ayres with strength. Gets it wide. Ben Allen having a great game. Allen the hand pass. Condon ran past the ball. This is Andrew Hughes.
His first kick.
They've got loose men. Billy Brownless. The Couch. Couch controls it. Hooks it to the half-forward line. Denham versus Collins. Denham ran past it. Goes to get it again. Good play by Chris Mew. Onto the left foot. Steve Lawrence marks at half-back.
Robin coming on for Hall.
One kick the difference here. Hawthorn leading by 6 points. Platten up short of full forward. Dunstall hasn't had a direct delivery yet. Gets a good hand pass from Deere. Dunstall wide out. Short passes in. It's good football. Typical Hawthorn fashion. Hudson marks. Tony Hall seeing stars as he goes to the bench. Hudson hoping to kick Hawthorn's third. He's done that.
Well, his first goal, Paul Hudson. He's had 3 prior attempts, each being points. And here it is, the mark with Dunstall figuring. You see the holding by Stephen Hocking. Deere, a very valuable player. As soon as he got rid of that handball, Deere, he laid a heavy shepherd. The shepherd actually was on Hocking, Hudson's man.
12 points the margin. Lawrence doing pretty well, but Burke beat him for that one. Here's Billy Brownless looking for the hand pass to Gary Hocking, the danger man. Hocking from half forward brings it in towards Darcy, and Tim Darcy marks at the 50-metre line.
Getting down quickly. Bairstow's got the break on Morrissey.
Well, he's looking for a short option here because they will have to man up Hawthorn. He wants to give a short one into the space. At the moment, they've got it blocked. Darcy is a magnificent kick, being a full-back, of course. Now, there's the short one. It won't come off. Langford. Ayres. Collins. Oh. Collins wide. Langford used his body well. All round the neck.
Actually, this
kick to Langford.
This game very reminiscent of the grand final they played 2 years ago. Geelong were the aggressors in that game. Hawthorn was a case of could they stand up, and they just hung on with a number of injured players in that game. The same thing's happening today.
Gowers with a high climb but can't take the mark. Tony Hall in the dugout. Gerard Healy.
Yes, well, he's been to see the doctor, and the doctor's run through a number of tests for concussion. At this stage, he is still a little bit dazed, but I'd expect him to come back on, Drew.
Hawks by 12 points. Simpson shrugs off a tackle. kneeled in there. Away to Hocking. Gary Hocking starting to play a part now. The hand pass for Couch.
Oh,
Shepherd off the
so
ball.
they're just too high.
Bairstow doing the Shepherd. Down went Hudson.
There's a number of those going on, Drew.
And there's a fight on behind Denham and Collins.
Well, it's Denham holding Collins, not allowing him to get the run.
So Hudson takes the free from half-back flank. Platten has a break on Buse. Slides the hand pass to Allen. Allen's pass is good for Dunstall. Now, Jason Dunstall hasn't been quite the full forward he was when 2 years in a row he kicked 130 goals and won Hawthorn's best and fairest.
And the emergency umpires run out to Collins and Denham, and Denham's been taken off by Geelong.
Kicked by Dunstall. Across the face of goal, 4 are behind.
Mansfield about to come on, replacing Denham.
Well, they should be goals in front, Hawthorn. Look at that, 11 shots to 3. Couch at half-back. Couch to centre wing. The torpedo with a wobbly drop punt in the finish. There's Ben Allen using his body well. Well played by Allen. And he gets it out to Jenke. Tremendous play, Ben Allen. Jenke into Dunstall. Dunstall in front. Races in after it. Kicks it away. Back up support from Robin. It's a free kick. Oh.
Yeah, no, that was too high. He ran straight into him on that occasion. Hinckley had to head down. What could he do? He's saying Jason Dunstall.
Dunstall can't believe it. As have a look at this one. Hinckley down. Dunstall didn't touch him. And a free kick to Hinckley. The ball at centre wing. And a holding the ball decision, was it? No. As we see Steve Lawrence, brilliantly done. As he gets it across to Allen and Morrissey. Jamie Morrissey goes back. Gowers should kick long. It's a wobbly one in towards half forward. They wait for the bounce. This could be dangerous because Rogers was covered. Dunstall with strength. Stoneham caught high. Could have been a free kick to Stoneham. Not allowed. Here's the kick over the line, and that was by Jamie Lamb. Had a lot of pressure on those Geelong backmen, Drew.
Gee, aren't they under the pump? The kicks 66 to 42. If it had been transferred on the scoreboard, the Hawks would be leading by about 6 goals. Gary Hocking, straight out of bounds, not by a little, but by a lot.
Very lucky in that throw-in, Paul did, to get that ball, because he certainly did give the opponent, Geelong ruckman, a nudge.
Ray Jenke, 9th possession. Up short of full forward. Platten! An overhead mark for Johnny Platten. Don't see too many.
And they do it against Andrew Buse. Andrew Buse, a very, very strong player in the body. Good effort by Platten.
Only 30 metres out, but Platten's kick is disappointing. Gee, will this first quarter cost Hawthorn to the exclusion of them winning the game?
Well, I'd rather see them going the way they are, because eventually the wheel's got to turn their way. They're doing everything right.
Good mark to Burke at half-back. He and Lawrence having a terrific duel, 50 metres. And that's against Darren Jarman. And that's unforgivable because it brings Burke down to centre wing and will drive Geelong into attack.
Brownless now at full forward.
Now Langford's turned round looking at Brownless. I don't know whether that's a good move. Langford at the back, Ayres at the side, Brownless at the front. Ayres. Ayres in after it. Gets it to Morrissey. Morrissey kicks it out of defence. This could be out in the full.
There's a fight on. Brownless involved.
And it's a penalty kick right out in that half-forward line. Brownless leading. The short one is on, and Billy Brownless has marked.
He's a stronger player, isn't he, Bill Brownless? In the last couple of years, you can see the aggression today.
Oh, he's kicked straight to Tuck. Bad kick. Tuck kicks it wide. Jarman will mark.
Oh, Billy Brownless, what a mistake that was. A kick by Jarman round the outer side. Deere holds off Hinckley with one hand and pulls in the ball. Well played by Deere to full forward. Dunstall can't mark. Gowers slides it to Hudson. Hudson breaks the tackle, not quite. Back to Gowers. He's crunched to the ground. Dunstall again going away from goal. 30 metres out. Jason Dunstall has kicked it.
Oh, he's missed.
Oh, just offline.
Can't believe it, can you? A number of points Hawthorn have kicked. Papadipia a minute ago.
Andrew Rogers looking for Burke. Hudson will have to hold his ground in front. Well played, Paul Hudson. Matthew Robran, Lawrence, loose men everywhere again. And Condon has taken it, but Hawthorn, what a magnificent first quarter. Now, Condon will kick. The siren has sounded. Condon will kick from 45 on a 45-degree angle, and I think justice would prevail if he kicked the goal after their magnificent quarter. Anthony Condon races in, kicks a goal, it floats across the front, and you wouldn't believe it, another behind right on the siren. Hawthorn at quarter time here at Waverley, a great display of football, lead Geelong 3-11 to 2-1.
To work a bit harder.
Ian Robertson there with Jared Healy.
Johnny Russo to bounce the ball. Geelong would really want a big quarter here. Slight breeze favouring the end that Hawthorn is kicking to. Hawthorn 14 scoring shots in the first quarter to 3, but they only lead by 16 points. The ball halfway between centre and half forward. Burke beats Lawrence. Lawrence weighted down on that occasion. Good play. Paul Couch. The short one is on. Langford with pace. Well played by Chris Langford. Taken away by Tuck. Tuck to centre wing. Newell set himself at the back. Chris Mew couldn't take the mark. This is Trevor Poole. Sweeping hand pass. Finds Couch. Couch to the half forward line. Out comes Langford again. Oh, he's run past it. He got a very bad bounce. Here's Tuck. Good play by the veteran as he gets it on towards Ayres and the ball is forced over the line.
Langford has led Brownless on 2 occasions to the ball. Not good enough, Bill.
Well, Michael Tuck, superb in Perth last week. 9 possessions here today. Lawrence wins. There's a bit going on off the ball. Free kick to Michael Tuck against Darcy. Well, how do you stop this man? 38 years of age, and he just keeps going. Beautiful pinpoint pass of 45 metres to Mew. Mew goes further across the ground to Collins. Gowers taps to Collins. Gowers has been a good player. Here's Andy Collins, the back pocket player. He can set up an attack. Drives it to half forward. Jarman has been really clever. Dunstall outside the 50 now. Centering pass. Beaten was Pritchard. Stephen Hocking missed it, but Hinkley didn't. Good pass. Bairstow. Bairstow's pass to the centre of the ground. Darcy dives and marks.
It was good mark by Tim Darcy. On to Bairstow. He's the one they want firing. The short one's on again. Brownless versus Langford. Well played, Chris Langford. He punches it away to Mew. Mew should kick it off the ground. He's caught. Back it comes to Brownless. Mew's there again. Billy Brownless from half forward. Back to Bairstow. Smothered off the boot. And the ball forced over the line for a throw-in.
Barry Stonham's going down to the forward line for Geelong.
Cats fans wanted a free kick there for Brownless. Langford did punch away, but then he continued the smother and was all over him. Here's Stoneham and Lawrence. Hocking tries to barge his way through. He might be holding it. Hawthorn have it through Jenke. Goes for a couple of bounces and clears the area. Ray Jenke has been a top player. Still going, Jenke. Went a bit too far. Poole got the smother in. Robran on all fours. There's Burke. Tries to soccer through the pack. Went nowhere. Platten applies a good tackle. Allen a soccer forward. Hudson palms the ball out. Hughes a bit slow. He's caught by Jarman. Didn't see him there. Just gets the hand pass away. Just in time to Hinkley.
Hinkley is kicked straight to Condon. Oh, it's all Hawthorn at the moment. Anthony Condon can go to Lawrence. He chips it across. Steve Lawrence can run off and kick long. He does. A long booming kick to the pocket. Paul Deere is there from the back. Can't take the mark. Stephen Hocking caught. Gets in a hand pass. Young Robran races after. Good tackle by Robran. Hawthorn players crash in after. Good play by Geelong. Spencer to Couch. They've got the loose man going here. Gary Hocking. Oh, Bairstow's covered. Caught. Umpire says holding the ball.
Why would that hand pass be on? Geelong are playing pretty football. You can't do it in a final.
Quickly taken by Condon to half forward.
That was being held. He was held, John.
Good mark by Lamb. Lamb from half back to half forward. Stoneham tries to palm the ball down to himself. Dishes out a good hand pass to Simpson. Simpson's pass. Brownless almost pulled down by Langford. No free kick again. Langford out of defence. Condon close to the boundary line. Allen dives. Can't take the mark. The ball out.
Langford's doing a magnificent job at fullback on Billy Brownless, nevertheless.
What about the umpires? Are they doing a good job?
No. They've missed a lot of holding, Don.
Oh, that one on Brownless. I mean, there's holding on both sides from both camps. Why can't they pick it up?
Burke with the left hand. Condon going in hard with Couch. Good tackle, Morrissey. And the umpire will come in and bounce. It's on centre wing. It's been all Hawthorn, 3-11 to 2-1. They have not capitalised.
The free kick count is low, 9-7 in favour of Hawthorn. Probably been twice as many as that.
Stephen Lawrence taps it out, taken by Poole. Good tackle by Pritchard. The quick kick in towards Jenke. You read it well. Ray Jenke a bounce. We might go long here to Dunstall. The leader's on. Dunstall at the back. Rogers at the front. Darren Jarman, the danger man. He is brilliant. He gets it, Jarman. Hudson waits, was grabbed. In they go after it again. Umpires letting it go. Strong play by Geelong. Dunstall over to Platten. Johnny Platten on the left foot, chips in a goal and has missed. Another behind the Hawthorn. Unbelievable.
Well, they're not mucking around on that forward line, Hawthorn. You can see the way that Deer got a smell of it in the goal square. He's going to take somebody's head off as he went through to try and kick that ball. And then there was a heavy tackle on Buse by Hudson.
It was the first score for the quarter in 6 minutes. Lawrence punches close to the boundary line, and Morrissey happy to see it out.
Lawrence playing a very disciplined game. He's punching when he's behind, Don.
Well, he's a hard man to counter for Burke because Burke's trying to drop back and help out Rogers, the full back. But then he leaves this man by himself. He's got great mobility around midfield.
Allen fighting hard with Neal. Allen wins it too. Goes backwards with his hand pass. Burke off the ground. Gets some ground for Geelong. Runs. Good pick up and spin out of trouble. Bairstow backed himself against Pritchard. Bairstow, long kick to full forward. Chance for the Cats here. Oh, great mark, Gary Ayres. And Langford has been a superb defender. Away to Collins. What a backline it's been for Hawthorn. Pity their forwards haven't been as pinpoint. Condon. Condon up towards half forward. Jarman. Got a bad bounce that time. Ball goes out of play. We'll have a throw in.
Half forward for the Hawks. 18.5 minutes of play left in the second quarter. It's been all Hawthorn in general play. There's Burke beaten for that one. Jamie Lamb taps it on to Hocking. He loses it to Hudson. Platten back up support. Pritchard at open goal. Darren Pritchard has slammed it through for a great goal. The Hawks at their top. 4-12 to Geelong 2-1.
You know who I'd take off the ground? Andrew Buse. The captain. Look at Pritchard. Look at how far he is behind. Where is he now? He's supposed to be tagging Platten, and he is responsible.
.36 plays 13. It could have been so much better. The Hawks 4 goals 12. Gowers goes back to Jenke. Jenke's kick to half forward. Robrin. Good diving mark by the youngster.
Jarman's limping. The physiotherapist has gone out to him.
20-year-old Robrin. Centering kick.
Oh.
Dunstall nudged out. No whistle for that. Comes to the back to Lamb. Away goes to Buse. Well, looks like the umpires have decided it's a final. We'll just put the whistle away.
Disgraceful.
Stoneham. Oh, he went backwards, only as far as Gowers. Gowers balked the hand pass, played it beautifully. He's played really well, and the combination with Jenke has been top class more than once. Now here's Deer on the 50. He kicked this over their heads. Oh, hits the post.
I am still shaking my head in amazement that Jason Dunstall was pushed right in the middle of the back, 5 metres forward, and no whistle.
You see Jason Dunstall remonstrating with the umpire.
I can't believe it.
I mean, you know, that's gone out the board. He used to be holding the man and pushing and all that type of thing. That's just gone by the board now.
Jamie Lamb at half back. He gets himself into a bit of trouble. A nice kick. He's looking there for Burke. Well done, Morrissey, to put the pressure on. In comes... Oh, well, the free kick goes to Burke against Pritchard. Poole from centre wing. Platten. Now Buse. Andrew Hughes trying to get something moving. Now they're a chance because Stoneham has marked at half forward for the Cats. Billy Brownless, the leader's on. Langford versus Brownless, no mark. The loose ball with Langford. Back it comes to Tuck. That Hawthorn defence working overtime. On to Condon. Anthony Condon getting himself into a bit of strife, but gets onto the right foot, brings it wide. And was that out in the full? It was.
Well, they might be missing Ablett. He wasn't in great form before he was suspended, but really Brownless is the only option forward. Here's Tuck getting in the way again. Michael Tuck to centre wing. Steve Hocking climbs high to get over Hudson. Comes to Bruns. Socket away by Gowers. Top performance by Gowers. Just a handful of games this season. Bruns round the boundary line. Mansfield should have taken the mark after Collins slipped over. Collins did well to Condon. Caught by the other number 3, Bairstow. Once again the umpire put the whistle away. Hocking. Gary Hocking gets the hand pass away, but only as far as Hawthorn. They clear the area. Bruns traps it well. Just forward of the centre square. Bruns kick inside 50. Brownless. Langford with him. Ayres to back up. Well, if Brownless doesn't take the mark, they've got no chance, Geelong. Nobody backing up. Collins.
Andrew Collins. That Hawthorn defence has been magnificent. Platten was held. Umpire calls play on. Hudson shoved out of it. In goes Platten again. The Geelong players trying desperately to earn a free kick to Geelong in that, and it'll go to Hocking.
That was fair enough.
Fair enough free kick, but the umpiring really has been very, very ordinary. They've missed a heck of a lot as the kick comes towards centre wing. Couch marks. They've got to get something going. They've only got one option up forward at the moment, the Cats, and that's Brownless. And Langford playing a superb game at full back. Paul Couch to the half-forward line. Ayres sets himself at the back. The ball hits the deck. Sean Simpson hooks it back in front of goal. Brownless versus Langford. Langford from the side. No mark. Umpire calls play on. Billy Brownless a chance. An open goal. And the Cats put their third on the board.
Well, that was excellent play in the forward pocket on that occasion. Michael Mansfield, the player who got it back to Brownless. We'll watch this on replay. There's Simpson. The high ball. It's not a good one to Brownless, who gets in front here. Just can't hold it. Mansfield doing well. Gets it through 2 players. Brownless, an open goal.
Mansfield helping to set up that goal for Brownless after coming off the bench. That was his first possession, the hand pass. Here's Gowers after it. Down goes Jarman. Pushed from the back by Lamb. That's the way the umpire saw it. Free kicks now 10-all. Jenke. Long kick to the goal square. Deer. Hinkley gets back. Deer marks.
It's an interesting move, having Hinkley play on Deer. Deer is physically very, very strong. You can see on that occasion, Hinkley just could not move Deer's body off the ball.
4 goals to 3, that's all it is. Deer for the Hawks, 5th.
Well, his first, Paul Deer. He's a vital player to that forward line. Last week when Burton went off, he was a player that sparked them up. Too far away, Hinkley. Too far away. Good ball by Jenke, a high ball. Shows the skill that he's got using his left foot. You can see how far away Hinkley was.
He's doing well, Jenke, Don.
14 possessions, Ray Jenke.
Alan Joyce, a very, very good coach, Alan Joyce, a hard man. He's got this Hawthorn side firing at the right end of the season. Here's Michael Tuck, age 38. Gowers has been a bonus for them. Still going, Gowers. Back it comes to Tuck. Tuck the long kick to the half-forward line. Deer at the back. It's a loose ball with Andrew Hughes. Hughes sprints away. Hand pass to Bruns. A bit of experience there. Neville Bruns to the half-forward line. Michael Tuck waits there, and Gary Ayres, is that a mark? Umpire says no. Ben Allen races after it. Here's Mark Neal. Nealed in towards goal, has put it out of bounds on the full. That must have been close to a mark to Ayres. Malcolm Blight looks on, would not be happy with what he's seeing.
Hawthorn 5-13, Geelong 3 goals 1. A very strange scoreline. Morrissey off the left boot up towards centre wing. Burke. Condon spoils. They really have been doubling and tripling up on Burke. Here's Mansfield. Kicked by Mansfield to the pocket. Brownless from behind this time. Langford marks.
You can't do it from there, Billy.
Kick out of defence. Easy to Lawrence. 12 minutes remaining to half-time. And the Cats, who were out of it at half-time last week and regrouped, will have to do it again, but they're further out of their depth this time. They trail by 24 points. Ball out, centre wing.
Don, a terrific bonus for Hawthorn. You'd have to agree. Andrew Gower, 6'3" on a wing.
Well, he's played well since he came in against Essendon a couple of weeks ago. Continued that form against the West Coast and is going on with it again today.
Hawthorn 6 tackles to 2 in the second quarter so far. Geelong go forward again. Hinkley to the half-forward line. Some pushing and shoving again. Ayres mops up. Gets it to Lawrence. Lawrence always in trouble. Gets in a hand pass to Ayres. Hawthorn doing as they like at the moment. Morrissey from half-back brings it into Platten. Platten in front, over the back is Buse. Here's Hudson. He's been pretty well held down there at the moment. Platten though, Dunstall on the lead. Now what will he do? Playing it in front. Good play by Dunstall. Back to Platten. The little rover taps it on back to Dunstall. The good teamwork showing out here. Matthew Robran from 60 metres. Jarman at the back flies. No mark. Taken away by Jamie Lamb. A very good defensive mark.
Lamb, the ex-St Kilda player, centres the ball. Couch marks. Not the dominant force he was the first time they met this season. Couch's pass chopped off by Morrissey, who's effectively blanketed Bairstow as well. Here's Mark Bairstow, centre of the ground. Just gets it away to Neal. Chance for Geelong here. Neal to Brownless. Langford in front, Simpson. Mansfield to Brownless. And Brownless says thanks again.
Well, you shake your head in wonderment, don't you? Well, I am anyway, because the way Geelong, each time they go forward, they seem to kick a goal. 5 scoring shots they've had. They've kicked 4 goals, whereas Hawthorn, they've had 18 scoring shots and only kicked 5. And here it is, fed out. Mansfield again responsible in getting it across to Brownless.
Hawthorn by 18 points, so Geelong hanging in there. Burke gets it to Couch. The lead is on. Brownless again. Umpire calls play on. Brownless gets in a hand pass. Here's a chance for Mark Neal. Neal sprints away. Well played Ayres, but he breaks the tackle. Mark Neal in the goal is missed.
Well, players looking around for a free kick. He might have run a bit too far.
And there was a Geelong player on his own in the square too. You wouldn't believe they're still in it, Geelong. Hawthorn 5-13 to 4-2, but they're still in there with a chance because of that poor kick of Hawthorn. Here's Ayres leading in the race. A great kick that by Langford. Gary Ayres, the short one is on. Robran tries to tap it on. Spencer getting away from Robran to the half-forward line. Darcy versus Tuck. Tuck at the back.
Tuck put him down. What a game he's played. Comes to Bairstow. Just gets the hand pass away to beat Collins. But the ball goes out of play.
Was that deliberate?
I think he probably was hoping it would stay in so he could whip round Collins, but we'll give him the benefit of the doubt. What about Michael Tuck? 14 possessions. Here's Morrissey, caught by Hocking. Allen, the hand pass away a bit too slick for Gowers. Good pick up by Andrew Gowers. He's kicked to half forward. Robran. And the ball goes out of play. Dean Anderson, and Gowers not looking too good at the moment. Breaks away from the trainer to go and contest this boundary throw-in. Burke with Deer. Gee, they're really working on Damien Burke, the Hawthorn players. Bruns. Good tackle by Condon on Bairstow, but the umpire says it was held in and will throw it up. Might have been a bit fortunate.
He will have to throw it up here, so you can see that state of the ground.
Well, it's on. It's on behind the play, and there's a few players in there, and the umpire calling play. Oh, someone's lost their jumper.
Oh, excuse me.
Gary Hocking, and Paul Deer throws it over the boundary line. There's a lot of feeling out there. Lawrence Oh, against Burke it should have been. He was holding on to Lawrence, as you could see. Kicked away by Ben Allen. Oh, no! Allen cops it round the head, and don't tell me the umpire's going to throw that up. Well, I think that this could easily get out of hand, this game.
The emergency umpire had a long sprint to have a word with Hocking and Deer.
The ball to centre wing. Good mark, Stoneham. A great mark. The pace of Stoneham showing out then. Barry Stoneham looking for Neil, and Neil has got Geelong starting to lift.
They're ambitious in their passing. That was an ambitious pass, but it's found its mark.
Now, Mark Neal sets it up, looking for Brownless. At the back is Langford, goes the spoil. A chance now for Simpson, loses it in the tackle. Umpire calls play on as the Hawthorn backmen swoop in on top of it, and the umpire will bounce.
Was he held too long on that occasion? The Geelong player, Simpson, by Collins. Well, at least they're consistent, the umpires.
They've missed a heck of a lot though, Don.
Really consistent, Peter. And Anderson warming up. For Hawthorn.
Another chance for the Cats here, but Burke's tap goes to Platten. Bruns, little hand pass, look for Bairstow. Chopped off by Gowers, now to Hudson. Hudson, long kick to full forward. Dunstall underneath it with Rogers. Sprint back for the ball, Geelong lead the race. Hinkley. Oh, he's cornered. Just gets it over Deer. Rogers back to Hinkley. Well, they mucked that up. Hinkley hasn't cleared the area yet. Down he goes. Eventually, he gets some support from Lamb. Lamb up towards centre wing. Bruns a courageous mark. Strangely, the Cat's not out of it yet. Stephen Hocking to centre half forward. 2 against 2. Neil punches down. Gary Hocking runs onto it. In the centre square. A long bomb to full forward. Wide for Brownless. 2 wide.
I don't think he's fit. Billy Brownless, I don't think he's fit.
No, he looked to be hobbling there. He's got the bicycle shorts on. But he really couldn't stretch out for that. And Langford.
Robram coming off too. Robram coming off, Drew.
A throw in at half forward. Mew and Stoneham, the contestants. Morrissey. Round the boundary line he goes. Robram just on his way off. Keeps the ball in. Pritchard.
Over to Hudson. Paul Hudson will look down there for Dunstall. The leader's on. Jarman back with a flight. Dunstall not running hard at the ball like he normally does. Paul Deer onto the left foot. The chip passes on, and he's found his man in Andrew Gowers. But Hudson, Jason Dunstall just can't get to the ball like he normally does with that ankle.
Even when he got up there, Peter, he's still hobbling. He's flexing that right leg.
Andrew Gowers from 30 metres kicks a goal and puts it through to the Hawks. A steadying goal for Hawthorn, 6-13-49, Geelong 4-2-26.
Well, I suppose you could say it's a timely move, taking Robram off, because Robram was the one responsible on the wing as he was walking off, running off the ground to get that ball across, finishing up with Deer, who spots an unmarked Andrew Gowers, and Gowers' first goal.
The Hawks by 23 points, just on 5 minutes remaining to half-time. Burke with a backhander. Mew, good gather. Back to the centre circle, Hudson.
Now on the ball, Paul Hudson.
Away to Morrissey. Got plenty of options, the Hawks. Morrissey's left footer is poor. Off Stephen Hocking it goes. The umpire will ball that up. Well, it looks as though both full forwards well below strength and full fitness. Matthew Robran, the youngster, 20-year-old, looks on. Dunstall not moving too well. Brownless looking a bit proppy, although Brownless has kicked 2 goals in this quarter. And the Cats really need him, because without him, they've got nobody really on the forward line. Jarman out of the pack. Dunstall one out with Rogers. Rogers shrugs him off. Goes back over his head, could be dangerous. Bruns tries to hack it out of there. Gowers picks up.
Oh, good stuff that, isn't it? Look at that.
Ambitious, wasn't it? What about that handball from Rogers over the back?
Well, sometimes Geelong's system of moving the ball out of defence has looked abominable.
Wow.
Chance for the Hawks here. Burke, a bit of a fumble. Comes underfoot. Buse takes it defensively and then hooks it round the boundary line looking for Bairstow. Morrissey, his man, takes the mark. Morrissey hurriedly onto the left boot. Gowers again. 2 marks within 40 metres of goal in the space of 3 minutes.
Playing well, isn't he, Gowers?
He's allowed to do that because nobody's picking him up.
Well, he's 6'3" too and playing on runs.
Well, couldn't you put somebody on him?
Kick by Gowers. Difficult from there. Out of bounds on the full.
Well, we're getting close to half-time, just under 3.5 minutes. Vital 3.5 minutes for Geelong. They would not want Hawthorn to get the next goal before half-time, I wouldn't think. Andrew Rogers has battled hard against Dunstall. Here's Burke and Lawrence. That's been a fascinating duel. Mark Bairstow around the boundary line. It's Hocking racing after the great pickup by Gary Hocking. The short one is on. Darcy, did he mark it? The umpire says yes. Tim Darcy. Nearly out on centre wing. Brings it in towards full forward. They need Brownless to take some marks. Langford taps it down. Here's Mansfield on the left foot. Michael Mansfield kicks it at goal and has slammed it through. So the Cats fight back. 5-2 to 6-13.
Michael Mansfield is one of those players that you see, or every time you see him as a commentator, he does well. I can't see what is wrong with this fellow, but he gets dropped to the reserves. He was a great player last week for them against the Brisbane side up in Brisbane, in the Geelong reserve side, and every time he comes in, he plays well.
Mansfield getting his first goal. He kicked 6 one day against Collingwood when shifted forward. Burke wins in the middle. And actually, Geelong are as close today as they were to St Kilda at half-time last week. Burke marks again. Another goal, and it'd make the margin just 2 goals to half-time. That ball just carried to Mansfield. He drives it long. Brownless is there. Langford, Brownless almost. Simpson at ground level. Platten dishes out a good hand pass. Jenke has been brilliant. He goes very wide, Ray Jenke. And on the run, the mark taken by Anderson. 2 minutes left to half-time. Kick by Anderson. Fine mark taken by Spencer.
It's a good mark because he had to extricate himself from Paul Deer's grip.
Another one to Geelong before half-time would be handy. Little Platten in front, but the mark over the back is Geelong's. And it is Stoneham, too tall. Barry Stoneham, the short one. Oh, great mark, Mansfield. Off they go, the Cats. Sean Simpson should kick long. He does. It's a one-on-one contest. Great play, Langford. Fantastic football. Chris Langford on to Morrissey. Over the top to Condon. Hawthorn are off and running. There's no one leading for him. Now there is. Darren Pritchard waits underneath and marks.
Pritchard at centre halfback. Minute 15 remaining to half-time. Another goal for either team here will be vital. Platten leads the race, gains some ground, about 30 metres round the boundary line for a throw in at half forward. John Platten, like the opposing coach today, Malcolm Blight, winner of a McGarry medal and a Brownlow. Burke and Deer. Deer wins this. But the ball chopped off in defence by Lamb. His kick straight onto the chest of Morrissey.
Oh,
Morrissey breaks away. They haven't grabbed him. Jamie Morrissey to the pocket. Hudson!
Could you believe that? Had Stoneham have just taken the mark, a lapse in concentration, Morrissey was able to get away. It wouldn't have finished up with Hudson had he have stood the mark, Stoneham. Look, watch this. Oh, unforgivable.
Paul Hudson going for goal in the last 20 seconds before half-time. Across the face and out of bounds on the full. What a let-off that is for the Cats. Hudson has kicked 1, 3 and 1 out of bounds. And the margin is still 17 points. And last week at half-time, Geelong trailed by 19 and 1.
Well, a good mark by Damien Burke. There's the siren to end a fascinating first half of football here at Waverley. Hawthorn lead 6-13, tons of scoring shots, 49 to Geelong 5-2, 32.
Umpire Gavin Dorr gets us away for the second half. And just 17 points the margin. Burke wins the hit out. Doesn't directly find a teammate, but Neild is there. His hand pass goes straight to the opposition. Gowers. Kick wide. It stays in for Stephen Hocking. Up the ground he comes to brother Gary. Geelong revved up, no doubt, at half-time by Malcolm Blight. The kick by Hocking is well delivered. Couch marks 60 metres out from goal. Simpson offers the lead from the pocket. Brownless hasn't yet. Couch is calling for something from Brownless. Geez, had some trouble shrugging off Chris Langford.
He wanted the lead then, didn't he? And no one would lead for him. Still wants the lead.
Simpson comes again. Simpson on airs. Couch thumps a long one. Stoneham's there to help. Front of the pack, Mansfield. Left foot snap over his shoulder.
Actually, that was good play by Mansfield because it was predictable what was going to happen. The two big guys were there and also Brownless. The only option Couch had, because there are no leads, was to go long. Good roving by Mansfield.
And Chris Langford to the half-back line. A good run that by Ben Allen. He's been a good player. He's at half-back. The chip passes on to Pritchard. He gets there. They're off and running, the Hawks. Over to Paul Deere. Back to Pritchard. That's good teamwork. The short one is on, and that was typical Hawthorn play from the back line. Darren Jarman, a shocking kick. Beautifully picked up by Paul Deere, though, as he tries to hook it back. The ball bounces and, in fact, was out in the full.
Spencer's now got the job on Deere, and Hinckley is picking up Anderson.
Hocking kicks in for the Cats. Burke charges at that one and takes an excellent mark. Damien Burke. 6 marks, 9 possessions. Centre wing, Bairstow. Ground a bit holding there, but generally, Fairfield Park is in amazing condition today, considering the rain during the week. Neild, Stoneham got it through the pack. Gathered by Stoneham again. The hand pass away. Here goes Gary Hocking. His shot for goal is offline. Well, they've had the first 2 shots at goal.
Now he's asking, I think there might be a free kick here. It's going back, yes.
So a free kick.
Because what happened on that occasion, he kicked the ball, so he kicked the ball. Look, there's the infringement after he got rid of the ball. Had it have gone through for a goal, Gary Hocking would not have taken his kick, but it only went through for a point, so he's given the option now of another kick.
Well, now with the man on the mark, Allen, who infringed, 40 metres out, set shot, Hocking should kick this, and does. The Cats within 2 straight kicks.
Well, Ben Allen's now got the job on Hocking, or Hocking's got the job on Allen. I don't know which way you'd look at it, because Allen was a very good player early. Hocking came into it, but it wasn't necessarily his man the way they started or lined up. Morrissey's got the job on Couch, and there's the free kick. Ooh.
He got a couple.
And a good kick, a great kick. He is a good player. He's aggressive. He's got the right tough temperament for football, Gary Hocking.
10 points the margin. Centre bounce, vitally important. Michael Tuck to the half-forward line. Paul Deere versus Spencer. Deere needs backup support. Good tackle, Hudson. Taken away by Paul Deere. Brought down from behind. Good play by Hinckley. A sweeping hand pass. Runs, ducks the head. Caught with the ball. Johnny Platten swings onto the left foot, hooks it back in front of goal. Oh, they nearly got in each other's way. Paul Deere, a hand pass wide. Darren Jarman waits, turns onto the left foot, stabs it. What was he trying to do? What did he try to pass?
That was unbelievable. They mucked that up. There was Dunstall there with Deere, and it goes over to Jarman, who's all by himself, and he doesn't even score.
He only had to fire in a goal. I think he's tried to short pass the ball as it's kicked back by Stephen Hocking to the half-back line. Morrissey can't take the mark. Hand pass from Bairstow. Andrew Buse breaks the tackle. Buse to the half-forward line, kicks straight to Morrissey.
Morrissey up the ground, floats the hand pass. Condon had to tap it to Allen. Allen's pass for Dunstall. Bit of body work. Dunstall 1 touch, not enough. Rogers caught in the tackle, had to get rid of the hand pass.
He ran it out. He ran it out.
It was Spencer, and the ball will be thrown in. Well, Geelong getting the first goal of this second half as a result of a second kick for Gary Hocking. We might look back on that as an incident that really swung the game. 10 points the difference now. Burke palms it down, comes to Anderson, just gets a kick clear. Hinkley's there for the Cats, to centre half back. Poole a chance to run onto this. Pritchard closes the gap. Pritchard dispossesses him. Allen does well. Lamb, Jarman wins.
Well done.
Lamb did beautifully. He blocked that ball, knocked it down, close to the boundary line. Jarman and Lamb again. Lamb did beautifully again. Morrissey, the Hawks have lost ground. Morrissey, time to steady. Short pass. Lawrence over the top to Condon. Condon's left footer, inside half forward. Dunstall outnumbered, Burke in front.
Well, see, that's what Burke's doing, is blocking that lead, but it leaves Lawrence up the ground, the mobile ruckman, his opponent.
Good mark by Darcy. Off he goes. Stephen Hocking. Geelong go forward again. The short chip is on. Bairstow can handball. No, he steadies. Geelong lifting.
Too slow.
Mark Bairstow brings it in towards half forward. Brownless in the front. Big fly by Brownless. No mark. Darcy. Gary Hocking. Langford. Good play. Gary Hocking smothered by Ayres, the experienced Hawthorn defenders. Well, could have been a free kick to Geelong as Ayres sweeps in after it. Look at the pressure as the Hawthorn try to get it away through Langford. He kicks it wide. It's all Geelong. It's Couch. Couch versus Allen. Great tackle by Allen. That could have been holding the ball, but he gets in a hand pass over the line.
What about Gary Hocking's effort for goal? Can you believe it? It's not seconds football. It's a final. You whack it on your boot and hope for the best.
You can't believe that Gary Hocking didn't get a shot for goal. 49 plays 39. The Hawks in front. Lawrence wins the ruck. Comes to Allen. The ex-West Australians had an excellent season. Centre wing to Anderson. Off to Pritchard. His hand pass through to Platten. The running Hawks are often running here. The kick by Platten is good for Dunstall. Stops and props. Can't take the mark. Play on. 50 metres out. Across that 50-metre line he goes. Spencer can't mark. He leaves it for Deere. Deere breaks a tackle. His left footer. Will it make it? A goal to the Hawks. 7-13 to 6-3.
Well, his second goal, Paul Deere, was a bad miss there by Trevor Spencer. A bad miss. An easy chest mark. A footballer of Trevor Spencer's calibre should have taken that mark. Was that a heavy shepherd? A legal shepherd by Jarman? Doesn't matter. The umpires called it all clear. Hawthorn 7th.
The Hawks by 16 points. They're back in the centre, Lawrence and Berg. Lawrence taps it down. Gower should have grabbed that instead of trying to kick it off the ground. Anthony Condon kicks to centre wing. Anderson waits. Gets a bad bounce. Taken away by Hinkley. Kenny Hinkley to the half-forward line. Brownless and Langford too good again in one-on-one.
Too strong.
He's played a great game, Langford. The short chip is on. Waiting for it is Condon. Gets in a hand pass. Stephen Lawrence on the left foot to the half-forward line. The race is on. Gowers. Stephen Hocking.
Why do that?
Holding the ball. That should have been holding the ball. Not paid. John Platten. Over it goes to Gowers, who's playing a great game. Gowers in towards full forward. It drops short. Which way will it bounce? Deere taps it down. He was looking for Hudson. He puts the tackle on Spencer. Good play, Spencer, and it's taken away by Michael Mansfield.
Mansfield to Burke in the centre of the ground. Damien Burke doesn't let him down. Fires out the hand pass. Poole, a chance for the Cats here. Poole 60 metres out. Goes for a long torpedo, which is a shock.
That was unselfish play by. That was selfish play by Poole. He should have gone the drop punt to Brownless.
He's under a bit of pressure. He's trying to get distance, wasn't he?
Well, he should have been looking for his full forward.
At least he put it on his boot a little bit better than what Gary Hocking did. But what a bad hand pass back here on the edge of the square by Stephen Hocking.
You saw Denham and Wills on the bench. Wills hasn't had a run as yet. Hall injured and Robran on the bench for the Hawks. Ball back out of play for another throw-in. Mini scoreboard showing 55-39, a 16-point lead to the Hawks after they led by 17 at half-time.
Really does flatter Geelong's effort, doesn't it?
11 more scoring shots for a lead of just 16 points. Mew climbs high, comes to Gary Hocking. He's swamped. Umpire will throw it up.
Gee, it's definitely a predominantly Geelong crowd, isn't it? The bigger roars are for Geelong.
Yeah, and yet this is Hawthorn's home ground. They've played a lot of their matches out here. Don't think we'll see Tony Hall back.
Doesn't he look a sick boy?
And it's been a long trip for the Cat supporters, all the way from Geelong out to Waverley, but they made the trip in buses, cars and streamers and scarves and everything. It was a traffic jam on the freeway with the Geelong supporters.
You certainly know you've been tackled when Ayres tackles you, Don.
Strong man, Peter, a strong man. Good man in a final.
Crowd about 64,000 here today. There goes Mansfield on his fingertips. Left foot snap to the goal square. Darcy in front, can't take the mark. The runners after it now. Allen showed courage. Well, we've had about 4 ball ups and 3 boundary throw-ins in the space of 2 minutes.
Well, the bounce will take place about 30 metres from goal. We saw a keen Cat supporter there looking on in wonderment, wondering whether their side can bridge that gap. Tapped down by Mew. Jamie Morrissey taken away by Condon, slightly off the side of the boot. It floats to the line. Trevor Poole back with the flight. Marks. Now he's got Bairstow on his own, and Mark Bairstow will mark.
Could have given across to Buse on that occasion. A quick handball.
Brownless is back. Now Darcy is going back to the square. Brownless is with Langford. It sets it up for Brownless at the back. Darcy also. Tucker's there. It hits the deck. Lawrence to Ayres. To Collins. Typical Hawthorn defensive play. But a good mark. Too tall. Trevor Poole.
Clayton's lucky not to be penalised.
Kick by Poole to the pocket. Stoneham from behind. Thumped away by Mew in front. Allen and Couch. Ball goes out of play. Well, since these two teams played one of the great grand finals of all time in 1989, there have been plenty of changes. 10 changes in Geelong's lineup for today and 9 in the Hawks lineup in the space of 2 years.
And that game today, or that game 2 years ago, very similar to today's game.
Here's Ayres. Kick smothered. Comes Geelong's way. Gary Hocking. He's kicked it. Hocking's kicked 3 and both of the Cats' goals in this quarter.
Yes, he's not a bad player. In fact, he's a good player, Gary Hocking. That was a great effort. A great effort. Just watch this. Balder comes out. Well smothered Hocking. See, he did the initial smother. Follows up. He is a good player. He is the one that gets them going here at Geelong. Last year's best and fairest.
10 points the margin. The Cats making a big challenge. Next goal, vitally important. Back to the centre. Lawrence went early. Oh, Gowers should have grabbed that. Ben Allen had a fresh air shot. Here's Michael Tuck off the ground. Kicks to centre wing. Gowers versus Mansfield. Mansfield dives on it. Tries to get in a hand pass. Gowers off the ground. This is Anderson trying to trap it. Oh, just took his eyes off it. Players racing after. Condon. He's lost it. Steve Hocking. Loose men everywhere for Geelong. This is Couch. Swings onto the left foot. Looks for the short pass. Brownless and Ayres. Brownless gets a touch. An open goal to Mark Neal. He kicks and goals. The Cats are within 4 points.
Well, his first goal, Mark Neal, but the signs again were there on that centre wing as Geelong have made a change. Darcy, I agree with this one, but on the centre wing they had players, numbers of players around the ball on centre wing. It was Hocking who got it, and they ran that in through Couch. And then Neal running on, backing himself. Confident work.
Well, the Geelong supporters really finding some voice now. The Hawks by just 4 points. Remember 89 when the Cats came back at Hawthorn and failed by just a kick. Hinkley's hand pass to Bairstow. He breaks the tackle of Tuck. Bairstow's kicked the full forward. Brownless. Ayres punches from behind. It comes to Couch. He looked to go backwards with the hand pass. It was blocked. To Collins. A high ball. Poole the only chance for Geelong. Outmarks 2 of them. Trevor Poole drives it in long again. Stoneham the target this time. He's got it! Right in front. and a straight kick will put the Cats in front.
Can you believe it? Can you believe it? It looks as if now Hawthorn are playing catch-up football. And this is a very, very good mark. Look, one attempt is in front. They're very hard to take when you've got the opposition of the calibre of Mew, who's pulling the ball. You can see there Mew, even the hand across the shoulder. He's an experienced player, Chris Mew, and he made every effort to stop that.
Barry Stoneham right in front, 30 metres out. Geelong leads. to 7-13.
Well, couldn't you believe it? Can you believe it? I'm shaking my head. Here it is, the mark. Cool again. They're predictable in what they do, Geelong, when going forward. They hold it up, they send the ball up high. Brownless is there, capable of a big mark, and they're stoning.
Who would have believed it? Geelong by 2 points. We're back to the said, Lawrence was worried about Burke. Smothered off the boot. Hudson versus Hocking. Hudson waited for it. Taken away by Hocking. Stephen Hocking to the half-forward line. Geelong with the momentum. Punched away by Ayres. They waited for it. Jenke punched away from
He's injured, Brownless.
Brownless not moving too well. Chris Langford, De Platten. They've loose men. Hudson. Now the Hawks go forward. The leader's on. Dunstall out he comes. Bang, hits him on the chest. Great play, Hudson. Can the Hawks show true character? Geelong are running on. The ageing Hawks. Have they got the run in the legs to withstand this assault? They need this goal, Hawthorn.
Brownless is coming off.
Well, he couldn't chase after Langford. I think he might have done that hamstring, Billy Brownless. Jason Dunstall from 35 metres kicks it goal, and the champion full forward has kicked it. The Hawks hit the front. They lead by 4 points, and there's a bad sight for Geelong.
Well, that's his first goal too. Dramatic stuff as Brownless goes off, but also his first goal. Here it is, the build-up. Jason Dunstall will finish up on the end of this. He's had a very good battle today with Rogers, but he's not fit. He is not fit, Jason Dunstall.
Well, Billy Brownless has gone straight up the race. Looks as though Geelong might have to find some other system up forward because he's been reported as well. Couch takes it out of the middle. Mansfield knocked to ground. No whistle on the play. Comes back to Collins. A hurried kick out of defence. What a game. 4 points the Hawks lead. Condon, half-back flank. Goes round the outer boundary line. On the bounce to Jarman. Lamb flips the ball out to Bruns. Comes to Couch. Couch to half forward. Good mark, Couch rather, here he is. And Couch at left half forward for the Cats.
Mansfield now at full forward for Geelong.
Darcy. Can't take the mark. Ayres. Hocking. He's kicked 2 already this quarter. Stoneham goes back with the hand pass. Simpson. Ayres is in there. Will's on the ground. To Neil. Snap! A goal!
As soon as it left his boot, he knew it was a goal. He was the first to signify a goal. And what's this? A snap. Darcy should have taken it. Heavy work here. Lucky not to be cleaned up here. Gary Hocking by Lawrence. Stoneham. Simpson. Ayres. And there, he knew it was a goal as soon as it left his boot.
What a game. 2 points the margin, the Cats have now lead. Burke versus Lawrence. Kicked in mid-air by Ben Allen. Trevor Poole's had a good quarter. The short one is on. Mew at the back. Taps it to the line with experience and over it goes. The report on Billy Brownless. What's the report, Ian Robertson?
Yeah, well, obviously, Peter, hamstring trouble for Billy Brownless, and it really will be a big worry for the Cats because it looks pretty severe. The doctor gave us the drum before he even came off the ground, and it's a big worry for the Cats.
Here's Buse. Neville Bruns on the left foot. Goals! The Cats, a great third quarter. They lead by 8 points.
Well, everything going Geelong's way. The breaks, and that's all it is, the breaks. Hawthorn are working hard. There it is, Hughes onto it, runs by himself. And that was a good goal, bringing it, swinging it back, left to right. Normally a right foot kick, Neville Bruns, the wingman.
In this quarter, the Cats have kicked 6 goals, 1. Hawthorn, 2 straight goals. Ball hits the ground. Hughes is there. Platten grabs him. The umpire will ball it up again.
These centre bounces are interesting, Peter, because I don't know whether Lawrence is really going for the ball. He's jumping pretty early, trying to take Burke out.
Exactly what I was thinking, Don.
Geelong winning the hit-outs 24-14. Here's Hocking, who's played a superb game, but this time loses at Platten. Platten's kicked to half-forward. Leading the race is Lamb, ex-St Kilda player. Off the left boot, up towards centre wing. Gowers, the hand pass into Platten. A little fumble, but gets away. Looking for Deer. Spencer, free kick, no mark. Free kick to Spencer. Well, what a career for him. Essendon, Melbourne, and then Geelong. And he's still only played a handful of games at 3 clubs. Lamb up towards half-forward. Stoneham shrugs off Langford. Barry Stoneham 65 metres out. Steers it. Darcy! He dropped the mark. Should have gobbled that one. Jenke. Now the Hawks defence under pressure. Simpson. But standing up to that pressure is Ayres. A great tackle to take Simpson out.
Great tackle. You called it, Drew. That was a strong tackle. Great stuff from the experienced defender. Darcy shouldn't have missed that, Peter.
Oh, he's plucked the free kick out of this. Well, it's Darcy's free kick on the boundary line in that pack. Was that off of the tackle, Don, or what?
I just thought that was a great tackle by Ayres, but I don't know. Maybe there's something up here we missed.
Tim Darcy from the boundary line. This will really lift Geelong if he can kick this. It's a beautiful looking kick, but just hooks it slightly in 1 point.
Well, the way Geelong are going, I thought he'd kick that, Tim Darcy.
9 points the margin. Geelong in front, 7.5 minutes of play left. Both sides have lost a good forward. Brownless and Tony Hall went off in the first quarter after kicking 2 goals. Jenke, oh, he's kicked it straight to Couch. Couch back with the flight. Good tackle that by Gowers. Also another good tackle. Well done by Brownless. To the pocket, kicks, and Stoneham, has he marked?
Yes, he's paying it. He's paying it. No, he's paying it.
Barry Stoneham. A good camera shot right behind Stoneham. Hawthorn desperately hanging on. Geelong with the momentum. Stoneham sets it up in front of goal. The high flyers are there. Over they come. It's punched to ground. Ayres tries to knock it away. Platten in there after it. Who'll get the loose ball? Vital in front of goal here. Collins ridden into the ground. Grabbed by Allen. Smothered off the boot. Hawthorn desperately try and take it away. They do with Platten. 2 half back. Which way will it bounce? It might favour Anderson. No, he's beaten by Hinkley. Hinkley back into the fray. Punched down by Couch. Now it's the dangerous Bairstow. Ken Hinkley. The short pass is on. No mark. Stoneham from the boundary. Magnificent attempt. And it should be marked.
Good mark, Mew.
Oh, not paid by the umpire.
Oh, really?
Not paid by the umpire. Chris Mew can't believe it. It's a point to Geelong.
He held it.
Was he going to pay it? No.
No, it's a score, and it's 10 points the lead to the Cats after they trailed by 17 at half-time. The kick in. Well, Bruns just didn't have the height. Comes to Anderson, and he kicks to centre wing. Jarman with Lamb. And Lamb's done pretty well. Jarman this time soccers away from him. He was out, the ball was in. What a pick-up! The kick to the 50. Hudson. Spoiled by Stephen Hocking. Anderson in again. Crash down goes Poole. He might have been taken high. He was by Pritchard.
That was a good effort by Poole then, because he really did have to run at that ball, and he did it. He trapped it and picked up the resultant free kick. That was a great effort by Poole.
Geelong 11-5. Hawthorn 8 goals 13. The Hawks still paying for their inaccuracy in the first half. Rogers well up the ground. Oh, he took a step. He tried to play on dead set.
He was too.
Andrew Rogers. He's looking for the short one. It's a bad kick. The bounce favours Darcy. Hawthorn looking a little bit slow at the moment as the kick comes in towards full forward. Stoner and Langford. Well done by Langford. Danger though. Stoneham's got it. Hooks it back to the pocket. Can Simpson get back there? No, he can't. It bounces and beats him over the line with 5 minutes of play left in the third quarter. A vital 5 minutes coming up.
In all fairness, we see the centre breaks going Geelong's way, but in all fairness to Stoneham on that occasion, it was his wrong foot, the left foot, but he should have still made a better effort.
Burke to Buse. Andrew Buse, the skipper, didn't go for the score. Centering kick, Mansfield up. It's punched away. Stoneham's there, knocked out of there by Jenke. Comes to Bairstow, in front 30 metres. Offline, or behind. First score for Mark Bairstow. Remarkable when you think the last time they met in round 12 at Princes Park, he was absolutely perfect and kicked 6 goals.
Well, he averages between 1 and 2 goals a game.
Chris Mew, I think Langford might have been moved to centre back. Now, they're off and running Hawthorn. Here's their chance. Pritchard can go over the top here to Anderson. He will. There's the hand pass. Back to Pritchard. Where's Dunstall? Dunstall dodging and weaving. Now he waits at the back and he marks. Oh, good mark under enormous pressure. Jason Dunstall. They need this, the Hawks. Well,
he's the best man to have it too in this situation.
Well, he's only kicked one, Don, today.
They use the hands well, don't they, Peter?
Jason Dunstall will kick from 45 metres. If ever they need one, they need it now, the Hawks. And it's a bad cause. It's swinging back. It's coming back. It's a goal. Dunstall has kicked his second. The Hawks are not beaten yet. They trail by 5 points.
Well, has been averaging this year 4 to 5 goals a game, Dunstall, but he's been injured. Really doubtful, isn't it, the way he uses his hands on that occasion. He's kicked 73 coming into this game for the year, and that's his 75th for the year, the one just gone through.
Dunstall 2 goals, both in this quarter. Burke had a second attempt, but Morrissey got the hand pass to Allen, who goes very wide to Condon. Hawthorn have the numbers 2-1 advantage here. Condon over the top to Hudson once Stephen Hocking left Hudson. A centering kick is not great. It's chopped off by Poole. Over to Couch. Couch brushes the tackle. Puts it back wide to Hocking. Hocking, time to set up. Good pass. Neal. Well, this youngster has been a real surprise packet. The kick by Neal. 2 against 2. Stoneham.
Strong mark. Oh, he quickly, if he had got back, he could have popped that over to Mansfield, who was in the goal square by himself. He was a little late. He thought about it. He saw him and then decided better because Collins was running on to Mansfield.
And I think Hudson being taken off for that very poor kick up the other end, and Robin coming on as we see Barry Stoneham, the Geelong star, kicks and misses to the left. What a vital miss.
Is he victimised, Paul Hudson at Hawthorn? One mistake and they rip him off the ground.
Oh, I think he's been beaten today, though, by Steve Hocking, Don.
Oh, only in the second, maybe this quarter, but he's been a very good player.
Jenke out to Langford. Langford versus Stoneham. That'll be a good contest for pace. Well played, Chris Langford. Look at that. The kick to the half-forward line. Over the back is Anderson. A real chance here. Oh, he waited for it. Now he's lost. Now he's got it. Dean Anderson runs to 45 metres, centres the ball. Young Robrin races back and marks. Oh, don't tell me this kick's going to put Hawthorn in front again.
It was a good kick, wasn't it, to Robram, centering at the ball, bringing it around out of that pocket.
Well, actually, this kick will make the scores level, Don.
Here it is, Anderson. There he is, dragging it back in.
Matthew Robrin, dead in front. Kicks it goal, scores a level. The Hawks fight back. A happier-looking Alan Joyce.
Well, they've had 7 goal kickers. The Hawks, 7 goal kickers. They've only kicked 10 goals. Malcolm Blight there on screen. And Anderson, this is good play. This is exceptional play. Hinkley caught behind. Robram, the easy chest mark.
Scores level in the second semi-final. Just over a minute and a half to go to three-quarter time. A dead heat in the middle. Morrissey's little toe through taken by Bruns. High ball inside 50. Mew marks on his chest. They just talked Chris Mew out of retirement to get him back at Hawthorn, and he's been there for a lot. Flash of bodies while they were going for the ball, and a free kick to Gowers. Andrew Gowers playing just his 6th game for the year. Paul Deere takes the mark just forward of centre wing. Drives it long. Dunstall charges at this one. Can't mark. Off hands to Lamb. Good pass by Lamb out of defence. Couch. Kick by Couch. A bit too long. Gowers got back there. Should have taken the mark. Just to go the palm into Ayres. Kick by Ayres to centre half forward. Poole.
Done well this the third quarter.
Good battle between Poole and Pritchard. Across the ground to Bairstow. We've got 33 seconds remaining. Can they break the deadlock before the last change? Darcy marks. 2 kicks to goal from there. A long one to full forward. Well, not that long, very high. Mansfield climbs and marks! Michael Mansfield, a youngster from the local club St Joseph's. They've got a couple in there. Neild is another one.
It's been a breeding ground, St Joseph's, for a lot of Geelong players. And the little fellow, well, he's not terribly small, but...
So after the siren at 3/4 time, the scores are level. Mansfield, he's hooked it for a score. The Cats lead by a point. Oh, would you believe it? What a second semi-final. Geelong by a point as Alan Joyce comes on to address his charges. 11-8-74 to 10-13-73.
Really put in.
Well, I see Chris Langford is out at centre, back still on Stoneham. Umpire John Russo to bounce the ball, appoint the margin. The Cats lead. The centre bounce is vitally important in this game. Andrew Hughes crashes his way through, brings it in towards full forward. Up they go. It's thumped the ground, but Stoneham waits for it, hooks it back at goal. A good attempt by the big centre half forward, but he has put it through for a behind. The Cats by 2 points.
Well, that's what you wouldn't like to see as a Hawthorn player or official, because Geelong got that out of the centre and they've gone down there and put the first score on the board, and that really does help the Geelong side.
Gary Ayres to the half back line. Oh, Morrissey's dropped the mark. That lets in Bairstow. The short one is on, and the mark has been taken by Simpson, but now another shot. Oh, he's kicked into the man. Oh, bad mistake. It's taken away by Platt North. That is so costly. Ayres clears it to centre wing. The race is on. Roblin versus Hinkley, but what a bad mistake by Simpson.
Well, the pass was on. He just didn't execute it properly. He just kicked it too... Well, he was just too close to the man on the mark. Hence, it went into the man on the mark. But that's what finals are all about. They are the makings of players. You see how they react under real pressure.
Lawrence and Burke go at it. Comes to Poole. Hand pass up in the air. Down goes Anderson. Stephen Hocking breaks clear for the Cats. Whistle's gone though. Hawthorn free kick coming back to Anderson. Crowd at VFL Park today, 63,733. Big climb by Spencer. Burke trapped it well. Gets the kick back to centre wing. It bounces through Tuck. Well, Bairstow had a chance, but a little fumble could have been costly. He shrugs the tackle, delivers a great hand pass to Hocking. Stephen over to Gary. Gary Hocking again, buried by Ayres. Simpson, away to Bairstow. A snap from 50 metres, Mark Bairstow, way offline. Mansfield in the pocket, dodging and weaving.
He's gone.
Holding the ball.
What about the mistakes? Geelong, they could have hand passed it, trying to set it up for everybody on a platter. Even that mistake of Mansfield trying to take on Collins.
Well, it's created loose men everywhere for Hawthorn. This is Condon. He can go wide with a hand pass. Ben Allen, the long kick. Jarman versus Lamb. Jarman clever. Jarman to half forward. Again, the race is on. Paul Deere and Spencer. Spencer read it better and took a good mark. Pressure mark. Kenny Hinkley. Oh, he tried to be fancy. Oh, got away with it too. Hinkley, the centre wing. Burke and Lawrence. Burke can't take the mark. Was it a free kick? Lawrence ran past it. Dives on the ball. It'll be a free kick to Lawrence.
Burke may have been, or should have been paid that penalty against Lawrence earlier.
The Cats by 2 points. Stephen Lawrence, the youngster. Well, he drives that 65 metres with a torpedo. Jarman, Anderson had it spent before he took it. Comes backwards to Gowers, a centering kick. Dunstall is there, and Robran. Off Robran and through for a behind. Margin back to a point.
Physio's also run over to Stephen Lawrence, so he may be under a bit of a cloud as far as the injury goes.
Gary Hocking from half-back. The ball thumped to turf. Ben Allen was held. Oh, the umpire let it go. Ben Allen again. Caught high. The first free was there, wasn't it?
It was definitely there, the first one. I thought he might have ducked into that second one.
Well, Platten at the back.
Oh, he was held.
Jarman and Platten. Hughes, it's a free kick to Hawthorn. It'll come back, and it will go to Jarman at half.
Slam.
First goal, vitally important.
Simpson coming off. Denham coming on for Geelong, going to the forward pocket. Denham.
Jarman to Dunstall. Dunstall leaps early. So kicked it off the ground. Great play by Dunstall. Anderson races after it. What can he do? Oh, he should have grabbed that, Anderson. But he had a touch of the fumbles.
What a kick by Dunstall. That was a fantastic kick off the ground with his left foot.
Chance here for the Hawks.
What a game, Drew.
Point the difference. Clean possession. Morrissey. Then he's caught by Hocking. It spills to Hinkley. Drives the Cats out of defence. A well-educated kick. Landing just inside the line. Lawrence played it well. Look for Pritchard. Wills was there, number 45 for the Cats. And the ball goes out.
There's some tired players out there, Drew.
And the physio from Hawthorn, Barry Gavin, is out there again. He's doing as much work as what the runner is. So obviously going out to see how one of the players is.
Anderson dispossessed in a thumping tackle. Deere the hand pass in. Steve Hocking caught by Allen. High tackle. Free kick to Hocking. He whips out the hand pass quickly. Poole on the turn. Goes the short pass to centre wing. Stoneham. Being warned by Langford. Tuck.
What a tackle.
Dispossessed by Hocking. Great tackling by Hocking. Whistle hasn't gone yet. Now a baller.
He's a great player, isn't he, Gary Hocking? You saw them. He saw him in the third quarter. He kicked goals. In fact, he kicked 2. He's kicked 3 for the game, but he's also got that defensive side to his game. That was a magic tackle on Tuck.
Point the margin. Geelong lead. Platten trying to race with it. Here's a loose ball. Ben Allen off the ground. Robran punched away by Hinkley was good play. He's unloaded. Hip and shoulder stuff. Hawthorn race it forward. Pritchard, on it comes the hand pass. Anderson, an open goal. Brought down as he kicks it in at goal and puts it out on the full. Great pressure, Geelong.
That was good play. That was Stephen Hocking. He just couldn't quite get to Dean Anderson. Still, the pressure was there and he sprayed the kick.
Kick in by Rogers. Condon ducks the tackle of Burke. Breaks free. The whistle's gone.
Going back to Lawrence, I think.
Lawrence dragging in Ben Allen.
Gee, they look tired, don't they?
Well, it's hard to see an avalanche of goals because they're both teams missing star forwards. Brereton and Hall out for Hawthorn. Brownless off the ground. Ablett suspended. But Dunstall takes this mark right in front.
Remember, he won the game for Hawthorn last week, Drew. He kicked those vital goals in the last quarter.
He kicked 4 in the last quarter at Subi.
And in man-on-man situations, there's been an interesting battle between these two. But there's Dunstall just using the forearm as he goes up for the mark. Typical Dunstall mark.
Well, Dunstall has kicked 2 goals too, and now he's kicked 3. And the Hawks back in front.
Well, which way will it go? 5 points the difference. And here we have the mark again by Dunstall. As I said, it's been a terrific battle between those two, Rogers and Dunstall, but Dunstall, I wouldn't say 100% fit, maybe about 80% because he's not doing the things we know he's capable of.
The Hawks by 5 points, the experienced side. Hawthorn versus the youth of Geelong. Centre bounce vitally important. Oh, Platten's in there as usual. Robran races after it with Hinkley. It's thumped around. The dangerous Jarman's got this. Danger here for Geelong. Jarman on the left foot. Fires in at goal and has just missed. So once he picked that up, Don, I thought that was shut the gate for a goal. He's normally
Could have steadied, actually, couldn't he, Peter, and run a little bit further. Simpson warming up.
Hawthorn by 6 points as Ken Hinkley about to bring it back into play.
Well, Simpson just went off the ground, replaced by Denham. Soon to come back by the looks of him. Off the hands it goes to Bruns. He pokes it up towards centre wing. Wills charges at it. Youngster in this Cats lineup. He did pretty well. Left his opponent back there, Tuck, about half Tuck's age, up towards half forward, and Jenke takes the mark.
The only one there, Jenke.
Ray Jenke was superb, certainly in the first half. Lawrence, caught by Wills, what a tackle! Play on, says the umpire, as the ball goes out, and we'll have a throw in.
I'll tell you what, holding the ball has just been forgotten today, hasn't it, Don?
Well,
early in the
tackle.
season, unbelievable. There's Billy Brownless, and bad luck to Billy. They've lost Ablett through suspension. He's torn his hamstring. There's Burke, lunges at the ball. It stops in the glue pot. Platten to Michael Tuck. He's been through this many, many times before. The kick right up there, courage shown by Couch. That was terrific. Paul Couch brings it into half forward, and there's another experienced player in Chris New. New kicks wide. The loose man has been created. Danger for Geelong because Dean Anderson always should have run with the ball. Oh, Jarman was waiting at the back. Bounce, a shocker for Pritchard. It wasn't, it was Condon, in fact, with Pritchard. Still at centre wing, Andrew Hughes. Couch, Paul Couch. The short one is on. Collins thumps at the ground. Little Bruns in after it. Neville Bruns, hand pass. Darcy, Sean Denham straightens up. Sean Denham kicks and misses to the right.
And Buse has gone off for Geelong. Andrew Buse, the captain, off.
Hawks by 5 points. Hughes and Brownless on the bench for the Cats. Michael Tuck, 38-year-old veteran. Kick straight up the ground, looking for Langford. It clears him, bit of a wrestle there between Langford and Stoneham. Here's Morrissey with Bairstow. Oh, Jamie Morrissey, well played. The short pass to Anderson. Did it carry? Oh, the umpire said it was a push in the back. Free kick to Anderson. Straight up the middle, inside half forward. Dunstall climbs, Deer as well. The Rovers, Pritchard picks it up, nobody in front. A break now for the Hawks.
Well, his second, and there's blood all over the face of, it's not Burke.
Doesn't look too good.
But you watch the way that Paul Deer, if we can watch, Paul Deer only had eyes for the ball when he came in, caused the crash.
Well, there's a Geelong player with blood.
It is Burke, I
all
think.
over him. It might be.
No, it's not Burke. It's not Burke. He's back in the centre.
It was in that ruck, half-forward clash. The stretcher coming out.
Now they'll have to hold the game
we'll
up.
pick him up in a moment. Is one of the blonde-headed forwards.
Is it Lamb? No, Lamb is still out there. Neil.
I'm sure it was in that marking contest.
I'm sure it was, because the way that those players threw themselves in at it, especially Paul Deer. Paul Deer only had eyes for the ball.
And that is bad luck for Geelong if they lose another player. Billy Brownless off the ground. It's certainly not Damien Burke because he's down there.
Here it is.
Let's have a look. And Kenny
Is it Hinkley?
No,
Spencer. It might be Spencer.
So there's 3 Geelong players in that pack.
No, it's Hinkley. It's Hinkley.
The Geelong medical staff, trainers, Andrew Buse about to come back on. They're working feverishly there.
Ken Hinkley it is, Peter.
Well, that was a nasty clash. Could have been a clash of heads even, Don, in that pack.
The forehead does split pretty easily, doesn't it?
Well, the Cats are in a bit of bother now because Andrew Buse off the ground has an injured hand and he's going to have to come back on. Hinkley, I don't think we'll see him again, and certainly not Brownless. And so we might have Geelong finishing with less than 18 fit players here, and Hawthorn have a lead of 9 points.
Now watch this. There he is. Circle. Hinkley. There. See how he crunched his head against Paul Deere.
Ooh.
Yes, just Deere backing into the pack, and Hinkley sandwiched between Dunstall and Deere, and which is out cold. Well, 15 minutes 20 left in the game, and the Hawks lead 87-76. Ian Robertson down there.
Yeah, well, Andrew Buse came off with a crook hand, as you said, Drew, but at least his legs are all right and he's had to come back on. That player coming off, Ken Hinkley, looked very, very sick and sorry for himself, and Geelong are up against it with numbers now.
11 points is the margin, Hawthorn leading. Here's Trevor Poole for the Cats, up towards full forward, and an excellent mark to Stoneham. 40 metres from goal, Barry Stoneham.
You'd bottle this fellow's blood. He's a great player. A great player. And Pritchard injured. Boy, it's a case of the walking wounded out there. Who is going to stand?
Well, Stoneham,
finish the game.
that was his 10th mark, and he's coming up for his 22nd possession, Barry Stoneham.
Hudson warming up, so Hudson's going to come back on for Hawthorn.
His value hasn't been seen on the scoreboard with just one goal. Will this be second? Offline and through for behind. 10 points the margin.
Stoneham and Langford having a terrific clash at half forward. 12-15, plays 11-11, 10 points. The Hawks lead. Gary Ayres, it's kicked it straight to Stoneham. Stoneham from 60 metres, brings it in towards goal. Who'll be there? It's Hawthorn, Jenky. Now the short one is on. They've got the loose man with Pritchard. He can go to Anderson. This is danger. He can create he's run back. He should have gone on with it. Again, the short one. Jarman will try and be clever here, but Lamb has beaten him a few times today. Neville Bruns. Ayres at the back. Thumps at the ground. Who'll it sit for? It's Gowers racing in. Poole. Great tackle, Pritchard, and the ball forced over the line on centre wing.
Pritchard will go off the ground. He does, and Hudson comes on.
Poole 18 possessions, Pritchard 12. Burke and Lawrence comes to Allen. Lightning hand pass thrown, says the umpire. No, free
High
kick.
around the neck.
Free kick to Allen. Played every game
Play on,
this season.
play on.
Yep. Over the centre. Bairstow working from behind. Gets the hand pass to Gary Hocking. His kick to centre half forward. Good target is Stoneham. Palms the ball down. Hawthorn have the numbers there. Langford. Darcy did well to cause a clash of bodies and jolt the ball free. Tim Darcy's taken it backwards in possession. His kick up towards the 50. Mansfield gets a bit of space. A left footer for Buse. Injured and all. The skipper takes the mark.
Good effort by Darcy and also by Mansfield. Skilled play by Mansfield to evade all the Hawthorn defenders as he spots Buse with a beautiful left foot pass.
Buse getting away from Ayres on that occasion. The Cats need this goal. They haven't got a goal. It's away to the right. Disappointing effort for behind.
Costly kicks, aren't they? The Hawthorn did it early. 3-11 early. Now it's Geelong's turn. Look how those behinds tally have evened up as the game has progressed. But it's still the Hawks. They lead by 9 points. Experienced Chris Langford. He's got the big job on Stoneham. He did very well, Langford, early on Billy Brownless. Langford to the half-back line. Mew and Ayres. Denham brings it up in front of goal. Up they go. Is that a mark? Yes.
There's a Hawthorn player down on the edge of the square after that clash. I think it's Chris Mew.
Well, who's this? Damien Burke or is Stoneham, is it? I think it is.
He looks
Damien Burke.
He looks very groggy, doesn't he, Chris Mew?
Walking wounded. Now Burke will kick from 25 metres.
Gee, they both get another game. The winner gets a grand final. The loser at least a preliminary final. Who will they put in the field?
Well, the loser's going to have a tough game next week because it's been a very, very hard game. Here's Damien Burke. Kicks out to the right. Oh, these are shocking misses by Geelong. Well, maybe that's evening up, isn't it?
That's right. Hawthorn did it in the first quarter.
The Hawks hanging on. Chris Mew up and about, but let's see what happened. He ran into Ayres and copped one across the head.
Wills punches away from Tuck, comes to Allen. Kick by Allen out to centre wing, nobody there, and the ball out of play.
Good kick in the circumstances.
Darren Pritchard off the ground. Jared Healy.
Yes, well, the attrition rate is becoming incredible here because Darren Pritchard's got a knock to the right hip and he's come off, and I'm told he has got the flu, so possibly a combination of problems for Darren.
Boundary throw in, clean possession, Burke. He gets the ball through the pack. Here's Michael Tuck off the ground. A soccer kick straight back to Bruns. Interesting that Tuck is playing on Wills. One's 38, one's 19. Kick up towards centre half forward. Stoneham, brilliant. Back to Bairstow. He goes for the short pass to Mansfield. Mansfield crashes Collins to the ground. The hand pass to Neal, who snaps. It's close. It's third.
Well, all congratulations should go to Barry Stoneham. That's good. Go over and congratulate him, Neal, because he was the one who really got it going on that occasion. There, look at that. He spots it out, gets it out. Bairstow wasn't a good kick. Whether it was meant for Darcy or Mansfield, only Bairstow could tell you, but there it is, Neal. That's his second snap.
What a game. Hawthorn by 2 points. Lawrence taps it to Morrissey. Can't pick it up. Players race in after it. It's all Geelong. Trevor Poole hooking it back to the pocket. Ray Jenking back with the fly to the ball. Back up support from New. New to the half-forward line. It's Robran. The race is on with Simpson, and Simpson lets it roll to the line. The Hawks with their noses in front. It's 87 to 85.
10 minutes left too. 10 minutes left in this, the last quarter.
And it's worth just pointing out that if it's a draw, we get extra time. Unless it's the grand final, when we get the full replay. A rule just brought in this year. Stephen Hocking away to Bairstow. Good penetration on that kick to centre half forward. Kneeled in front, can't take the mark. Well, gathered by Mansfield. These youngsters are full of running. Stoneham hawks the kick away on his right. Barry Stoneham, kick smothered. Comes to Langford. Bumbles the kick along the ground. Darcy might have gone for a kick for goal. Bairstow, 15 metres out. Misses.
Shit, there's a lot of mistakes being made out there. Why did Stoneham go short?
1 point the difference here in the second semi-final.
And there's a nervous man. Look at the deep breath. And there are a few supporters out there who feel the same way. The loser of this has had a very tough game. And next week, well, they'll have to come up again out here at Waverley. Two very good football sides. Chris Langford. Platten. Oh, look at that courage by Platten. What a mark. A pressure mark. John Platten at half-back. He's looking for Condon. Condon's got the sit here, and he marks. Now, next goal vitally important. If Hawthorn kick it, it'll give them a 7-point break. Condon to Paul Deere. Spencer thumps at the ground. Hudson races in after it. Paul Hudson taps it to the line.
Spencer.
It was good play by Spencer.
Initially, you can see there the blood from his ear, behind the ear from a cut, but there was a good punch down, and then he followed up well.
Players exhausted. They're playing on heart right now.
Burke.
Well done.
Morrissey, a bit of a fumble. Turned into Bairstow's tackle. Away to Deere. Good distance with that kick. Bounces over Dunstall. Oh, Hudson, how did he get that? But the hand pass went behind Jarman. Jarman snap a goal, unbelievable!
Well, Darren Jarman, he had two options in the goal square. He decided to go by himself, and what a miraculous kick. Watch this. Hudson, it bounces into his hands. He quickly gets it out there, quickly across to Jarman. Now, in the goal square, you can't see it, but players are running there.
A miraculous goal by Jarman. It's a free kick at the centre bounce. Someone must have encroached into the square.
Pritchard's back on two.
Burke to the half-forward line. It's over the back. It's socket off the ground. Here's Couch. Now Bairstow. Now Darcy. Darcy from half-forward. The chip passes a bad one. It allows Jenky in. Now it's the dangerous Mansfield. Michael Mansfield fires it. A goal. It's another one to the Cats. What a goal.
His second. He's kicked 2 goals too, Michael Mansfield. A costly mistake in the centre of the ground allowed Geelong to get the advantage of easy free kick. Robram's off the ground for Hawthorn, being replaced by Pritchard. And still only a point the difference. 7.5 minutes to go.
Well, what a contribution by those 2 youngsters from St Joseph's in the local Geelong area. Neild and Mansfield, 2 20-year-olds who kicked 5 goals between them.
And Lawrence is down.
Dunstall right in front.
Lawrence just picking himself up back in the centre of the ground.
Well, Jason Dunstall has kicked 3 goals. A 4th, well, it's too early to say can clinch it because there's 7 minutes remaining. A point the difference. Dunstall kicked 4 in the last quarter last week over at Subiaco. And this will be 4 after half-time today. It's close to the right goalpost. He's missed it! Oh, Dunstall right in front and 25 metres out has missed.
Oh, Lawrence is limping too, back in the centre square. Picking up Burke now.
The kick to the half-back line. Who will get it? Lawrence went early. Burke the big thump. The race is on. Jamie Lamb with pace. There's 2 Hawks after him though. And he forces the ball to the line. The Hawks lead by 2 points. What a costly kick that might be by Jason Dunstall. Would have been a bit of breathing space. But we're back at the centre. Burke versus Lawrence. Full marks to those 2 big men who have rucked all day. Great performance. Lion-hearted, both of them. Burke. Well done. Out of the ruck. Racing after it is Stoneham. Oh, brilliant skill, Stoneham. Paul Couch. Good tackle. Back it comes to Couch. Tuck. Oh, experience. He should go to the line, and he does.
But what about Platten, who covered 2 of them? Tackled both of them.
And the other thing we've got to take into account is the sun, because the Geelong forwards and the Hawthorn backmen are looking into the sun. So that's another added disadvantage of kicking that way.
Look at the handballs. There's Ayres to the half-back line. Steve Hockey. Good play, Geelong. Neville Bruns. The short one is on. Andy Collins, like great mark. Oh, Mansfield.
Quick, he can get it down. Neild is running into the goal square.
What a game. 2 points the margin. Michael Mansfield will have to kick this from 50 at the other end of the ground. He kicked the ball very high, but he is normally a pretty good kick, the youngster. A vital kick.
There's no one short for Geelong, Peter.
He'll kick from right on 50. Michael Mansfield, it's a high floater. It won't make the distance. The high flyers are there. The Hawks punch it clear. The players race for the ball. Denham. Back it comes. Mansfield can't control it. The ball rolls over the line. Anyone's game.
Hawks by 2 points, under 5 minutes left. Well, it was a crushing blow to the Cats when the Hawks beat them by 6 points in the 89 grand final. Did they do it again by even less than that? Denham can't get it clear. The umpire will ball it up. Actually, amazingly, since that grand final, the 3 meetings have all been pretty one-sided. But we've got a beauty again here today. Burke palms it down. Platten for Hawthorn. A high ball to centre wing. Anderson interfered with by Stephen Hocking. No whistle. Look at the desperation there. Poole comes backwards. Hocking once more, but he's kicked to Gowers. Poor disposal by Stephen Hocking off the left. Just over 4 minutes to go.
Anderson by himself.
Dean Anderson getting clear on the member's wing. Now Hudson gets clear at half forward, and Allen in short of that. Allen will draw a man here. He goes longer than Hudson. Jarman. Oh, he should have gobbled that one. Simpson back there to Rusher behind. Well played.
Well, he should have marked that, Darren Jarman. That was a bad miss at a vital time.
Ducked ahead.
Well, he should have marked it. Put it that way, Don, as we see. Jamie Lamb from the goal square to the half-back line. A vital get, this one. Burke and Lawrence. The ball hits the deck. It's not clear who's going to end up with it. Morrissey, sock it away from him. It's all Geelong. The loose man has been created. Trevor Poole, a bounce. He can go again. He's got Bairstow running for him. There's the short one towards half forward. It might be bad option, that. They've lost it in the tackle. Tuck goes in after it. It's tapped wide. Who's there? Jecky forces it out. Neil, the youngster, races after it.
Oh, what heavy work by Darcy. Oh, he laid two magnificent shepherds.
The mark has been taken by Bairstow. 3 minutes of play left. Mark Bairstow going for the long bomb. In towards full forward. It floats. Mansfield round the corner. Kicks across the face of goal and puts it over the line and out. Difference 3 points in favour of the Hawks.
Well, Mansfield's been great. He came off the bench and has had 17 possessions. Yes, thumps it out of there. Mew off the ground. Hocking. Gary Hocking. Away to Neil. Can't break the tackle. Goes to ground. Jecky for Hawthorn. Sideways with the hand pass to Mew. He's got a bit of space, Chris Mew. Clearing kick up towards centre wing. Deer is spoiled. It comes to the front to Stephen Hocking. His hand pass to Denham. Stoneham. Langford puts on the spoil. Collins a good hand pass to Morrissey. 2 minutes remaining in the game and the Hawks lead by 3 points. Centre wing. Time and space here for Trevor Spencer. 3 different league clubs for just 43 league games. Spencer's hand pass in. Lamb back to Spencer. He's dog-tired. The ball goes out and we'll have a throw-in.
Well, he's not the only one that's dog-tired. I look behind as the ball cleared out of the Hawthorn back line and the players all stopped. Hands on hips. They're all tired.
Centre wing. 1 minute and 40 to go. Burke the big thump. Condon versus Couch. Who'll win out? It's still in play and eventually Condon takes it over the line. The Hawks with the advantage as they lead by 3 points. Geelong have to score a goal.
1.5 minutes left.
Alan Joyce looks on. Who will get this ball away from centre wing? Lawrence taps it down. Denham versus Allen. Again the ball's forced to the line. That will suit Hawthorn as the time clock ticks down.
Well, it looks as if it could be their game. There's just over a minute left.
Geelong looking for a hero to stick up his hand here and win the game. Burke slaps it out. Poole went without it. Platten, great pressure at ground level. It comes to Allen. Well played, Johnny Platten. Out of bounds will do Hawthorn. And that's where it is from Allen's kick. John Platten, the leading tackler in the competition. 45 seconds left now. Geelong need a goal. Gary Hocking. Short of half forward. It's grabbed by Poole. Is Trevor Poole to be the hero? 55 metres out. The kick won't make it. Darcy's in the goal square. It's off hands from behind. 2 points the difference.
Oh, how long? How long left?
23 seconds of play left. The time clock's still ticking down. Chris Mew, an experienced player. He should kick as long as he can. No short passes this stage of the game.
Go wide.
21 seconds as Chris Mew kicks it out there to Gowers. Oh, he's got control, so it's going to be hard now for the Cats because he'll kick at 60. Look at the time clock. 10 seconds. He's taking his time. This kick will go to centre wing. Time running out for the Cats. Platten the flyer. It's no mark. It's Hawthorn's game. Andrew Collins races the ball away. There's the siren. Magnificent victory to the Hawks. 13-17, 95, a memorable game. The Hawks have beaten Geelong 13-15-93 in Don Scott. The Hawks into another grand final.
Well, it was a terrific effort, actually. They really did start the game with the right attitude. They really blistered that scoreboard, but they just couldn't capitalise. They hit the ball hard, and Geelong, really, they were just left floundering in that first quarter. But after half-time was Geelong who got back into it, and also, we must remember, Peter, that it is Hawthorn's 8th grand final in 9 years.
That man tried to lift them, didn't he? There's the evergreen. 38 years of age, Michael Tuck. He's going into another grand final. We saw a shot of Barry Stoneham. He lifted Geelong. But a disappointed Cats. They've got a front up next week, of course. It's going to be tough for them, Drew.
Oh, it'll be very tough because they're missing some stars. We're not sure about Brownless. He's been reported as well as injured. but it does give Gary Ablett the chance to play in a grand final with Hawthorn losing, with Geelong losing. There's Dermot Brereton, and Dermy gets another chance with a couple of weeks to go before the Hawks are in the grand final again. What a game it's been. The final score here again, Hawthorn 13-17-95, Geelong 13-15-93.